and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be making a Taylor Swift inspired clay dish collection. I've already done a collection like this before. It was with Harry Styles, and I really enjoyed the process of making art inspired by another form of art. It's very interesting to come up with designs by just listening to music or watching a music video or being inspired by just the whole concept of an album or something. So yeah, today I'm going to be doing something inspired by Taylor's music. And we start off by just sculpting the base dishes. I already drew the design, so what I do before I start sculpting is I open Procreate and I listen to music and I just draw whatever comes to my mind. And yeah, after this I just create the base shapes for the dishes. So basically I just cut out the shape and then I cut out the borders and then connect them all together. I first connect them on the top and then I let the dishes dry, and then I turn them around and correct all the cracks, fill them with clay and stuff like that. And today I decided to experiment too. I bought this silicone mold, which is usually used for epoxy resin, but I thought I could use it for clay. And I'm still, like, even though it didn't work this time, I think I still can use it. I can make it work. But today I didn't have time to actually spend time sculpting it in this exact form, so I decided to just outline it and cut it out because I really like the shape of it. And I also took a flower and I decided to make an imprint, and I wanted to add a leaf, which I didn't have, and for some reason, like, I could have gone outside and get a leaf, and I also even found a leaf at home, but I couldn't be bothered at that moment apparently, and I just drew it with a sharp object. And I added this like washi tape thingy. This video is a good example of what I think is one of the most important things when you're working with clay or with anything really, is not to be too lazy or too afraid to change something if you don't think it works. Because I didn't really like the shape, the first one that I did. I was so tired, I didn't want to remake it, but I was like, if I don't do it, it's gonna be so much worse, because then I will be looking at my mistake and I'll be thinking like it could have taken me like 10 minutes to remake it, but now I'm stuck with this dry clay that I can't do anything with other than just continue like making a dish out of it. So I got this piping bag for cake decoration. I'm not sure if it's gonna work with air dry clay, but I think if I can water it down a lot, maybe it'll work. Okay, I thought it's gonna be watered down way better than this. It's basically just moist, but not very cream-like. I'm not sure it's gonna pipe very well, but let's see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing actually. What do you do with this later? Well, nice. Okay, like it works. But the problem is cutting it at the end. So like you can pipe it and it's fine. It's actually not too bad. Oh my god, after all this struggle and all this mess. Okay, now we cut it. Oh my god, I love it. It's so soft and squishy. It looked okay. It did look like frosting, but I thought I could do it better, and I actually did. Like, look at this. it actually looks like a real buttercream or something. I want to eat it when I look at it, and I am so happy I remade it because now it looks amazing and just exactly how I wanted it to look. Now I'm sanding my pieces when they're dry. Make sure that they are like actually really dry. Like leave it for a week or so maybe, depending on how humid your place is, because sometimes it looks dry from the outside but inside it's still wet and moist, and if you seal it with paint and then seal it with varnish, it's gonna make it either crack or maybe it'll turn moldy. I'm not sure exactly, but it's gonna be bad for it, so make sure it's bone dry. Today I'm gonna be using glitter also. First time I'm using it with clay. I'm very excited. And I'm using acrylic gouache to paint my dishes. I used to paint them with acrylics and it was, I hated every moment of it because acrylics have these certain texture, and whenever you paint with them they leave brush strokes which are very visible, and with acrylic gouache it's just amazing. Everything looks perfect. So I'm adding glitter here, which you cannot see. And then I'm writing the word lover because it's inspired by the Lover album. The next one is folklore. So I wanted it to look like, you know, dark academia inspired thing. I wanted to, I made this border much thicker than I usually do, and I wanted to paint it in this like tweed, or what is this? Checkered situation. I'm not sure the right term for it, but so in my mind it looked pretty cool, but then when I did it, maybe it's the way that I did it that didn't look very nice, or it was a little too much for the dish, so I didn't really like it. But I added this washi tape in the same similar design. And then I painted the flowers yellow, which I also hated, and I spent like 2 days after that trying to paint them white again. I also added some brown flicks, and then I decided to take another bold decision and color and paint the border a different color, this nice chocolatey brown. It looks amazing. I want to eat it. And I'm very happy I took that decision. Now we're moving on to the Midnights inspired dish. So I'm just realizing now as I'm watching this back that it's inspired mostly by the Lavender Haze song, but I chose to write Midnights on it as if it's inspired by the album. So I don't know if that makes any sense, but to me it does. So I decided at first I wanted to like add a lot of lavender and stuff like that, but it didn't really inspire me. So I just added these purple clouds on a purple background, and I added something. It's not lavender per se, but it's a plant of some sort, which I think looks pretty nice. And then I added a bunch of sparkles and dots and stars and stuff like that. And again, since it's inspired by the Lavender Haze song, if you've seen the music video, it has a bunch of koi fish just swimming in the clouds. So I thought I'd add a couple of koi fishes to the mix. And one of them looks really nice. The other one is a little bit chunkier than I wanted it to be. But this time I was like, no, I've spent too much time because I made a mistake, and the purple part went over to the white part, and I spent like hours trying to fix it. So I was like, no, this koi stays chunky. The next dish is inspired by the Anti-Hero song, and the famous phrase, it's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me. I didn't really know what I could do with this dish, like what do I need to paint on it? But then I decided to just keep it minimalistic, just add a phrase and just a bunch of colors, and that's it. And the last thing is the blank space cake. I added a bunch of blood. I literally poured it. I didn't want to just paint it, and it looks interesting, I guess. Okay, the collection is ready. I think the one that I like the most is this one. I'm obsessed with the colors. I want to use more of them in my other projects, and I really like the shape of it. I'm really glad that I decided to remake the one that I wasn't sure about. And the second one that I like is this one, I guess. It's more minimalistic, but I like the glitter. I need to incorporate glitter more in my clay dishes too. I like how it looks. And it's just a simple form, it's a simple shape, but I like the colors. The next two are these ones. I really like the shape of this one. It's very big and you can put a lot of stuff in it if you're using it for like keys or something. And I'm really happy with the color that I chose for this border because the previous one was not the best after all. And this one, the Midnights, I love the colors. I think I would have added more glitter to this white part because you can barely see it. I like it. And this one is very experimental. Well, I love how this frosting looks like, or whatever this is. It looks actually edible. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but the rest of it, I'm not sure. Maybe I should have made the dish that the cake sits on more complicated or more interesting. I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm not sure. Like, let me know in the comments what you think. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!